Hey guys, what's happening? Jared here again, Chief Spirit Hunter Taster for Nightly Spirits. So I got a real treat for you today. I'm not only going to show you a cocktail, but I'm going to show you an awesome drinking vessel. Now, I found this drinking vessel. It's called a Porron. I found it when I was ghost hunting up in Chicago, and it was just after I'd finished a ghost tour with my buddy Jordan. Shout out to Bone Steel. We went to this Speakeasy. He took me there, and there was people sitting next to us drinking like red wine, white wine, out of this weird contraption called a Porron. And what it was, it allowed them to kind of drink from a distance. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute, but the first thing I'm going to show you is how to make one of our favorite summertime drinks or brunch drinks. It's called a Bloody Agua de Valencia. And so here's how I'm going to get started. What I've measured out for you guys today, 2 ounces of vodka. We'll go ahead and throw that guy in there. And then 2 ounces of aviation gin. Now, it's one of the few brands we chose, and we chose Aviation Gin for one reason. One, we're not sponsored by them, but two, it was really because sometimes when I drink it, I feel like I get an vision of Ryan Reynolds, and this time I'm starting to hallucinate who's around me anyway, and so I like the Aviation Gin because if I'm going to hallucinate somebody, Ryan Reynolds seems like a fun dude to drink with. All right, guys, so I got all the alcohol in there. Now I'm going to mix in 1 teaspoon of confectioner's sugar. And the reason I chose confectioner's sugar is it dissolves really well. And how we're going to drink it out of the Porron later that I'm going to show you, you're going to need that fine, either really fine sugar or this dissolving sugar. On top of that, I'm going to add you 1 cup of orange juice. And this really makes this thing kind of like a mimosa on steroids. All right? So we got the 1 cup of orange juice, and now we chose a Pinot Noir Cava. And the reason we chose the Pinot Noir Cava is for one reason. It gives it that bloody look. So, here we go, guys. Woo! All right. We're going to pour in the Pinot Noir Cava. And you're going to, if you're pouring in a vessel like this, make sure you kind of pour it on the side, just like you would a beer. That way, some of the foam just kind of subsides a little bit. But while that is subsiding, I'm going to add a little pomegranate juice. Now, we usually just do a splash of the pomegranate juice, and the reason we do that is at night, this really gives you that bloody look. All right, guys. So there's the pomegranate. Let me throw in the rest of the cava here. And, yeah. And for those of you who are not familiar with a Porron, it's a cool vessel. It's from Spain, Catalonia, Spain, if I believe is correct. And the neat thing, it dates back to the 13 or 1400s. This is how people would have drank a lot of wines. Typically, this is very only for wines. But in America, people tend to put cocktails, especially at speakeasy establishments. They like to put their cocktails in here. So we're going to fill this guy on up. And you can get it, I usually get it about halfway to 3/4 of the way full. It's usually the way I like to drink mine. And then I didn't have the whole pitcher myself. All right, guys. And now, throw on the cap. It's usually a cork. And, it looks delicious. Now, true professionals can do a lot of tricks with this. They can sometimes drink it from 10 feet, 15 feet away, have a buddy pour it in. For those of us like amateurs, I gotta pour it pretty close to my mouth. I can kind of move it in and out, but just tip your head back, let it go. And the one best thing is when you're drinking around with this with friends, you can kind of tell who's getting drunk because, one, they spill it all over themselves. All right, tip it on back, guys. Oh, it's super refreshing. It's better than mimosa because you get that little bit of alcohol in there as well. Pomegranate juice gives it a nice little zip. But guys, my favorite thing to drink right now is out of this Porron. And when this passes and we are all sitting around together, this is a great vessel to pass around because now nobody's even touching your mouth. You're not touching the lips to the other person's glass, and we're just passing this thing. And if you really start pulling tricks, you can pour it into your buddy's mouth from 6 feet away. Give me another month of this, and I will go ahead and be a professional. And if you guys want to find this recipe, and if you want to find out where to buy a Porron, make sure you check us out at nightlyspirits.com/blog. We'll have the recipe and we'll have a link to where to buy a Porron. They're usually like 25, 35 bucks. All right, guys, I'll see you next time, hopefully in a week or so, and we'll give you another cocktail or another drinking vessel. Have a great one.